Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota let his city burn for several days. Now that Vice President Kamala Harris, seeking the nation's highest office, has made a selection in regards to her running mate being the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, one of the chief complaints against Tim Walz is that, well, he's not an effective leader. He let his own city burn to the ground, one of his own cities, that is Minneapolis, following the killing of George Floyd during the riots. He let his own city burn to the ground, did virtually nothing for several days. That is a chief complaint coming from the right to basically paint him as a poor leader. Coming from up to and including President Trump himself. Let his city burn to the ground. You're hearing it from J.D. Vance. Well, leave it to CNN to punch Trump right in the gut. And this is indeed a gut punch. I'm going to play this clip. Make no mistake about it. I hold no qualms that CNN has not always been fair to President Trump. However, Trump has not always been fair to CNN as well. But nevertheless, I want to play this clip. Was televised on CNN last night, certainly in regards to the notion that Tim Walz let the city of Minneapolis burn to the ground.
Because, Van, one of the main attack lines from the Trump campaign has been on the way that Governor Walz handled the response to the chaos, the protests, the riots in Minneapolis after the killing of George Floyd. But there was new audio that came out today of Donald Trump praising Governor Walz at the time. Listen to this.
I tell you, what they did in Minneapolis was incredible. They went in and dominated. And it happened immediately. Tim Walz, again, I was very happy with the last couple of days, Tim. You called up big numbers, and the big numbers knocked them out so fast, it was like bowling pins.
Wow. That comment certainly did not age well. Went in and knocked them out like bowling pins. Now, that's President Trump speaking directly to Tim Walz himself during the event. That is right at the aftermath of the event, giving Tim Walz all sorts of compliments, stating that I was very happy with the last couple days. You went in so fast, you knocked out the protesters like bowling pins. Now, either President Trump was simply being sympathetic to Governor Tim Walz and making up some bullshit just to pat Tim Walz on the back when Tim Walz did not deserve it, or right now stating that he did not do a good job back in 2020. Trump is now making up some bullshit to criticize Tim Walz and give him insults that he does not deserve now. There is no denying whether it is now or whether it was back then in 2020. One of these instances, Trump is not being truthful. Either the governor did a good job or he didn't back then. You can't have it both ways. CNN is really giving former President Trump a gut punch with this audio that's come forward because, yeah, make no mistake about it, the folks on the right, both J.D. Vance, President Trump, and many Trump supporters are all suggesting that Tim Walz is irresponsible, is a poor leader. He let his city, one of his cities, Minneapolis, burn to the ground. And now you have President Trump on audio recording from that time period congratulating Tim Walz for allegedly doing a really good job in knocking out the protests immediately and fairly quickly. Nothing about you let the city burn to the ground for days or you didn't do your job. Actually congratulating the governor of Minnesota. So what do you folks think? Do you think Trump was just making up some sort of congratulatory lie back in 2020 to give Tim Walz credit that he did not deserve? Or is Trump currently making up some lie in 2024, now that Tim Walz is his adversary, to give Tim Walz an insult that he doesn't deserve now? One way or another, at some point in this event, Trump is being dishonest. Let your boy know in the comments what you think. Do you think that Tim Walz is irresponsible and let his city burn to the ground? Or do you think that the right is making it all up simply because Tim Walz is now an adversary? As always, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.